Dossier doesn't say if Okeer is on this planet by choice. Assume hostiles.
There is only one measure of success. Kill or be killed. Perfection is your goal.
Loudspeakers? Someone likes the sound of their voice.
Stay focused. We're looking for a Krogan Warlord.
What's funny is that they also clearly fixed the audio there, because I distinctly remember that the audio used to bug on that first line that she used to say. You know, whatever her name is, Twitface, there we go. It used to just say, kill or be killed, and then the audio would cut. And they clearly fixed it. Little things like that are the stuff that I appreciate when it comes to these kinds of remasters. And, you know, it's like, okay, there were some issues. I really hope you fix them. So, that's one of them.
Affirmative.
So, of course, I take Garrus and Morden with me on this mission, because of course I do.
Being hired is merely the beginning. You must earn your place in the mighty army we are building.
Like Garrus said, this woman loves to hear herself talk.
Lookout position. Equipped for combat.
Oh, this guy. Hello.
Shit. I won't stop bleeding. I'm gonna... Son of a bitch.
Doesn't look that bad, actually.
He doesn't need to know that.
I knew it wasn't berserkers. Not at range. You're mercs or Alliance. I'm not telling you anything.
I've got a nice application of metagel ready to go. But if you'd rather I just keep walking.
Son of a bitch. I don't know anything. I just shoot the overflow from the labs. The old Krogan up there, he's really been cleaning house lately. Jador hired him to make her an army, but the Krogan he creates are insane. So we use them for live ammo training. It's all crap. I don't get paid enough to goddamn bleed out.
Outpost 4, Jador wants us to move. We need coordinates on that Krogan pack.
What's he talking about?
Jador runs a Blue Suns outlier, and she's making Krogan for an army. But they all come out crazy, tough as hell, but just insane.
Doesn't make sense. Breeding facility's too expensive, not worth the cost.
I don't know. I just point and shoot and bank my credits. Maybe there's something better in the labs.
I want your friends gone. Understand?
Patrol? The last group dispersed. Lost sight 5 minutes ago.
Dispersed? Jador will be pissed. She wanted a show.
You asked for a report, you got it. Dispersed.
Understood. Returning to the labs.
There. You see? I'm helping.
I don't know about you, but that line he said of Jador wanted a show. Yeah.
Have you seen Okeer? Does he know about all this?
We can't go in the labs, but everyone sees what happens when the Krogan come out. I've shot hundreds. They're crazy, mindless. Anyone up there, they know what's going on.
What is Jador planning to do with all these Krogan?
Replace us, probably. I sure wouldn't want to see an army of them coming at me. Only she can't control them. They aren't supposed to be crazy, but they're Krogan. How smart are they to start?
That's racist.
Is Jador's lab heavily guarded?
There are big guns to keep ships away. We're not outfitted to fight goddamn commandos.
If you start limping now, you might find a shady spot before you bleed out.
Shit. Oh, shit. Oh.
Adding insult to injury, literally. Necessary.
Maybe not. Felt good, though. Come on. Our Warlord is somewhere in Jador's lab.
Training is part of your contract. Failure to perform means liquidation, legal and otherwise.
I find it amusing that Shepard felt good about that. Kind of says something about how she views what's going on here. And the group involved. She doesn't exactly feel bad for them.
One less to worry about. There we go.
That's right, got a headshot on a shotgun. Alright, since these guys are from a distance... Come on out. Alright, you know what? Garrus was next to me and he said, show off.
Team. Tom, tell Jador we have a problem. Krogan are pushing and we're being
This should slow him down.
Gosh, I love this weapon. You can see why I wanted to go get it early.
Warning. As ferocious as they are, failures are expendable.
Failures are expendable.
Immediately, all bonuses will be denied.
Neutralized. Hit.
Hey, buddy. Easy, Garrus.
You are different. New. You don't smell like this world. 7 night cycles, and I have felt only the need to kill. But you... something makes me speak.
Night cycles. 7 days.
They must breed them full size, ready to kill. Not much improvement over regular mercs if they need training.
Bred to kill. No. I kill because my blood and bone tell me to. But it's not why I was flushed from Glass Mother. Survival is what I hear in my head. Against the enemy that threatens all my kind. But I failed, even before waking. That is what the voice in the water said. That is why I wait here.
How can you speak if you're only a week old?
There was a scratching sound in my head, and it became the voice. It taught things I would need. Walking, talking, hitting, shooting. Then the voice said I was not perfect, and the teaching stopped. And now I am here.
Interesting. Raised, then rejected. Control group. Failed test.
I don't know, but I am not perfect.
Okir's voice? Did he speak to you while you were in your tank?
I heard the voice, not like now, with ears. Inside. I called it Father. It like that. But it was disappointed. I'm not what it needs me to be.
A breeding program. Trying to escape genophage effects?
Escape. Escape was never whispered. Survive, resist, ignore.
Okir will elaborate on this and basically have a response to what Morden just said.
How did you disappoint the voice?
I don't know. It was decided before I left Tank Mother. I was not perfect.
If Mercenary was correct, Krogan prone to mental instability.
I don't know of that, but I'm not perfect.
I destroyed Saren's cure. How does Okir expect these Krogan to ignore the genophage if not by curing it?
Uncertain. Likely irrelevant. Appears Okir has had no success.
You're supposed to be part of a mercenary army. Do you remember Jador?
I know that name. It causes anger, but also laughter. It is not a name that will be sung when we march. I don't
Indeed.
know what that means, but I have heard it many times.
Oh, I know what it means, because I know the Krogan. And, well, let's just say when we meet Okeer, we will get a very nice reminder about that. Especially when we also meet Jador, and how pathetic she is.
Can you show me the laboratory? I need to speak with Okeer.
The Glass Mother. She is up, past the broken parts, behind many of you fleshy things. I will show you.
Glad he's friendly.
You fleshy things are slow when big things are in your way.
You could have run or tried to fight your way back to the labs. Why stay here?
I am waiting. The voice told me, if they come, I fight. But I will not run, and I will not follow. I am not perfect, but I have purpose. I must wait until called, released.
Not a lot of room to maneuver. Stay short.
Feared throughout the galaxy as nightmarishly violent warriors, the Krogan are both aided and hobbled by their legendary blood rage. In the grip of that madness, Krogan become seemingly invincible, but are merely totally unresponsive to pain. Blood and Rage Krogan fight regardless of injury level, to the extent that Krogan shorn of all 4 limbs continue gnashing past brain death until total somatic death. The supremely resilient, hyper-violent blood rage is the synergy of 2 aspects of Krogan neurology. The first aspect is a positive feedback loop in which adrenaline, also activated by fear or rage, suppresses serotonin, the brain chemical that induces serenity. The second is the overdeveloped Krogan limbic system. In Krogan, as in humans, fear of rage shifts mental control from the frontal lobes, responsible for reasoning, to the limbic system, responsible for aggression and survival. During that shift, Krogan and humans exhibit diminished capacity for logic and self-control. So in case you ever wonder why sometimes if we get really angry, we do things, well, we're more prone to do stupid things or not very smart things compared to if we were not angry, that's why. It's a chemical thing with our brains. We literally become stupider the more angry we get, as it just showed there. Prior to the ecological devastation of Tuchanka, blood rage was extremely rare among the Krogan. Back then, while all Krogan were capable of heightened anger and violence in fight or flight scenarios, almost none experienced insensitivity to pain. The 1% who did were those suffering serotonin suppression. At that time, Krogan society regarded the condition as pathological and medicated or imprisoned sufferers to protect them and society. Following nuclear ecocide 4 millennia ago, evolution selected only those Krogan afflicted with blood rage for survival. Today, there is no living memory among the Krogan of a life without mindless, murderous fury.
They're loose! Run for your damn life! They're all free!
Can't get over.
So now it's going to get a little bit more dangerous, because we got some Krogan to deal with.
Keep them back.
Both and personal.
Who authorized that Krogan release? Okeer?
Get ready for close
Can't reach
combat.
him. Enemy inbound.
Close combat. Problematic. Krogan charging.
Can't get over.
Close combat. Problematic.
Krogan incoming! Enemy charging! Felt that one!
We're blind and getting hit on all sides! Where are the heavies?
Oh, I was hoping to hit both of them with the same one. Yeah, from this point on, it's basically kind of a gauntlet run all the way to Okeer. Now, there would be somebody we would run into here if she survived Vermeer. However, I explained that if she does, she actually does some pretty horrible stuff in 3 because she was indoctrinated. So to prevent her from doing those horrible things, that's why we went ahead and killed her. Oh gosh, oh gosh.
Put him down.
Never saw me come!
I should probably switch weapons. No, not that. Thanks for the coverage, Garrus.
Direct organ trauma.
Concentrate on the Krogan charge or we're all dead. The genius who gave them arms.
Ready to move.
Next.
Nice. Gosh, biotics are so fun. People who play only a soldier, they are missing out on some fun gameplay. My opinion.
Kill the trespassers.
It's also not in me, it's not my style to only play one type of class or character. I'm basically this way with many other games. You offer me a game that offers many different classes that you can play, some of which will have different play styles. I'm gonna want to try out as excuse me. I'm gonna want to try out as many of them as I can, because you never know. You may try out one and realize how much you love it, because you go, oh my gosh, this is so fun. How did I never try this out before? He didn't know what to do.
I need everyone out of the labs to fight this. Every floor, every outpost, move!
Sure. I command that they be killed.
Pulling the mix. We'll lose all our toys if we do not back up.
Light him up.
Concentrate fire on my position! Concentrate on...
I'm being a little bit more silent to let you guys hear all the radio chatter and such. By the way, I'm not, shaming anyone who only plays one class and such, and that's it. That's fine if that's what you want to do. More power to you. I'm just saying, I would encourage you to go ahead and give some other classes a try, because you never know. You may end up loving something that you never tried before. It's okay with having, your main and such, but feel free to go ahead and try out some other stuff.
One down.
This is basically the final stretch right here. Okay.
Line him up.
You can't shoot through the stairs, Garrus.
Fire in the hole.
That's what you get for shooting a rocket at my face. Alright. Now, this is where Rana would be if we had not killed her. It's time to meet well, yes, we're going to meet Jador, but we're also going to meet Okeer.
Here you are. I've watched your progress.
Sorry, just happy to see my boy. Hello, Okeer.
It's about time. The batteries on these tanks will not wait while you play with these idiotic mercs.
I take it you're Okeer. You don't seem particularly caged or grateful that I'm here.
You may claim to be here to help, but the formerly deceased shepherd is not a sign of gentle change. Surprised? All Krogan should know you. Or have you forgotten your actions on Vermeer?
I'm sure you're eager to retell the story.
Such a tale. Saren, the Spectre traitor, threatens the return of the Krogan horde by curing the genophage, undoing the gentle genocide of the Turians and Solarians. But before Saren can deliver his endless troops, in rides Shepard, securing victory through nuclear fire. I like that part. It has weight.
It has weight. Okeer has some great quotes in this. This is the only scene that we get to have Okeer, and yet he has some great quotes in this one single scene that he's in. I do find myself wondering how different would things have been if Okeer had survived. If Okeer had actually left with us to go to the Normandy, and he was part of the team. How different would things have been? What would he have done going forward? Because obviously we would have gotten Grunt as well. But what would it have been like if Okeer had survived and stuck around? I just find myself wondering about that. Like, if he was also a squad member to our already large group in this game, and like we could go take him back to Tuchanka and have him interact with the other Krogan there. I just find myself wondering what would have been the effects going forward, like in the story, if Okeer had stuck around.
I didn't have a lot of room for finesse. If there'd been any other solution, I'd have considered it.
But I approve. Saren's pale horde were not true Krogan. Numbers alone are nothing. The mistake of an outsider, one that these mercenaries have also made. I gave their leader my rejects for her army, but she grows impatient. It's time for you to take me out of here.
Personal issues irrelevant. Here for the collectors.
I see. Yes, collector attacks have increased. A human concern. My requests were focused elsewhere. I acquired the knowledge to create one pure soldier. With that, I will inflict upon the genophage the greatest insult an enemy can suffer. To be ignored.
To be ignored. I love that quote, because that is so Krogan. The greatest insult an enemy can suffer, to be ignored. That is one of the best possible quotes that you could come up with to help describe the ways of the Krogan. That is so Krogan, and I love it. Like I said, he has some great quotes here.
So you don't want to cure the genophage?
Contrary to what survivors claim, the genophage does not produce strong Krogan. The only quality it filters is the ability to survive the genophage. For every 1,000 stillborn, too many weaklings live. Every survivor is branded as precious. That's produced more cuddling than your collective human teats. I say, let us carry the genophage. Let 1,000 die in a clutch. We will defeat it by climbing atop our dead. That is the Krogan way.
I thought the Krogan ideal was a return to the numbers that threatened the galaxy.
We will not need numbers. My soldier is a template. It is a greater threat than all the phantom siblings that would have been at its flank. The galaxy still bears the scars of the Horde, but it will learn to fear the Lance.
To fear the Lance. That's another great quote right there.
You're just as cruel and manipulative as those who released the genophage on your people.
Perhaps. But I will restore the Krogan, and my soldier will not provoke a nuclear response as a cure or Horde would. My legacy is perfection, with each pure Krogan reaching higher by standing on our dead. They will exceed, but not forget.
Your search for the perfect soldier created a lot of failures. You don't care about them?
I failed no one. My rejects are exactly what Jador asked for. She simply lacks the ability to command. They are strong, healthy, and useless to me. I need perfection. If a few thousand are rejected, so be it. My work will purify the Krogan. We will not be restored. We will be renewed.
What did you get from the collectors? I need whatever you know about them.
They are strange. So isolated, yet very available when your sacrifice is big enough. I gave them mini Krogan. I may have information for you, but the tech was consumed in my prototype, after I determined how to use it without killing the subjects. The deaths were unfortunate, but I only need one success to start the process.
By the way, did you catch that he said that Jador doesn't know how to lead them? It just goes to further show that even Okeer is like, oh no, Jador is just a terrible leader here. She is absolutely pathetic. And can you see why I would find the idea of if Okeer had survived, how interesting it could have been? It's not necessarily him in a fight, even though he is a Krogan, but we have Grunt for that. It's his mind. The part of the reason why we came after Okeer is not just his information, but he's also considered and regarded as a very smart strategic warlord. the tactical aspect of him. And I find myself wondering how would that have come into play if he had survived. It's just a thought, an entertaining thought I've always had about this.
Your methods are extreme, but you know how to deconstruct a threat. Will you help us?
Perhaps I can strike a deal to secure passage, but my prototype is not negotiable. It is the key to my legacy.
Attention, I have traced the Krogan release. Okeer, of course. I'm calling blank slate on this project. Gas these commandos and start over from Okeer's data. Flush the tanks.
She's that weak-willed. She'll kill my legacy with a damn valve. Shepard, you want information on the collectors? Stop her. She'll try to access contaminants in the storage bay.
You could just start over like she plans to. What's the big deal?
This tank is pure. It involved as much trial as data. Starting over will not duplicate it. It must survive. Jador will be with the rejected tanks. Kill her. I will stay and do what must be done.
We can use this.
Almost forgot to grab that. Yeah, exact. Thank you, Garrus. I love how even Garrus is completely crapping all over Jador. What was the first thing he said when we got here? Loudspeakers? Someone loves to hear the sound of their own voice. Lady, do you even know who you're dealing with? Ow! Okay, it's time to get the heavy out.
Burn through any armor.
About to go off!
Alarms in the lab. What's that Krogan doing up there?
Shepard, the lab alarms coincided with the system's failure. The remaining lab systems are unprotected, and I have gained limited access. According to lab scanners, the room is flooded with toxins and Okeer's personal life signs are failing rapidly. I recommend haste.
Did her body already fade away? Garrus must have just straight up just headshot her or something. Because I'm like, what happened to her? Because I didn't kill her. I killed the mech, but not her. Garrus must have just been like, you know what, shut up. And just shot her right in the head.
Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress. Contamination detected. Emergency vent in progress.
If I knew why the collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect. You gave me time, Shepard. If I knew why the collectors wanted humans, I would tell you. But everything is in my prototype. My legacy is pure. This one soldier. This grunt. Perfect.
Why would someone so fanatical sacrifice himself for one Krogan?
Delusional. Unlikely one Krogan, however strong, could have impact Okeer wanted. Am almost certain. Suggest leaving it.
Afraid he'll make your genophage obsolete?
No, but Krogan genetically dangerous, socially dangerous as well. Have enough enemies without adding this.
Normandy, Okier is a no-go, but we have a package that needs retrieval.
My boy.
And he's a big one.
Yes, he is. Yes, I am one of those players who kind of adopts Grunt as my son. Cloning facility destroyed. Okier dead, but his son was recovered. Loss of Okier could be a problem. Will allow Shepard to decide whether to activate the Krogan.
Bringing the Krogan for study makes sense, but I have concerns about waking it.
Yeah, you've said that a few times now.
A normal Krogan is dangerous. This one was created and likely educated by a madman.
I see everyone's enjoying the new paperweight. Concerns?
We don't know anything about it, Commander.
I know. You don't find that interesting?
Krogan fight well at close quarters. Perhaps awakening him in a confined space wouldn't be prudent.
Noted. The cargo hold is safe enough while I decide what to do with him.
Oh no, we are activating the Krogan. So now we have the nuke. I'll be honest, I don't really use the cane that much because if I miss, it feels like I completely wasted it. And yes, you can actually miss, and then it's just like, no! Do you know how expensive the ammo for this is? Yeah, so I usually tend to use weapons that almost give me guaranteed hits, like the arc projector, by the way. I'm gonna hold off on that, actually.
Is it true we have a pod containing a baby Krogan down in the cargo hold?
Not a baby. He's a full-grown super soldier ready for combat.
Please be careful if you decide to birth him. His personality is completely unknown. Anyway, how may I help you, Commander?
Is there anything I should know?
Nothing right now. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here.
Let's go say hi to Grunt, shall we? Hey, buddy.
The subject is stable, Shepard. Integration with onboard systems was seamless.
Can he see anything in there? Does he know where he is?
Unlikely. Current neural patterns indicate minimal cognition. Barring ship-wide power loss, the nutrients in the tank could sustain him for over a year.
What can you tell me about this guy? Anything unusual?
The subject is an exceptional example of the Krogan species, with fully formed primary, secondary, and tertiary organs where applicable. No defects of any kind, aside from the genetic markers of the genophage present in all Krogan. I cannot judge mental functioning.
Stand by. I'm gonna open the tank and let him out.
Cerberus protocol is very clear regarding untested alien technology.
He's either a powerful addition to the crew or a time bomb. I'd rather deal with it now.
Very well, Shepard. The controls are online. The switch and consequences are yours.
I actually don't remember what happens if you decide to leave him. You can. You can just leave him in there for the entire game and never open the pod. I just don't remember what exactly happens. I'll have to look it up. But I don't know why you would ever want to do that. Who wants a hug? Oh, too hard to hug!
female? Before you die, I need a name.
I'm Commander Shepard, and I don't take threats lightly. I suggest you relax.
Not your name. Mine. I'm trained. I know things. But the tank, Okeer couldn't implant connection. His words are hollow. Warlord, Legacy, Grunt. Grunt was among the last. It has no meaning. It'll do. I am Grunt. If you are worthy of your command, prove your strength and try to destroy me.
You wouldn't prefer Okeer or Legacy?
It's short. Matches the training in my blood. The other words are big things I don't feel. Maybe they fit your mouth better. I feel nothing for Okeer's clan or his enemies. I'll do what I'm bred to do. Fight and determine the strongest. But his imprint has failed. Without a reason that's mine, one fight is as good as any other. Might as well start with you.
Is it that easy for Okeer's perfect Krogan to abandon his mission?
Okeer is just a voice in the tank. If his imprints are true, then he created something stronger than him. So he's not worthy of me. And if his hatreds aren't strong enough to compel me, they've failed too. I feel nothing. I have no connection.
I have a good ship and a strong crew. A strong clan. You'd make it stronger.
If you're weak and choose weak enemies, I'll have to kill you.
Our enemies are worthy. No doubt about that.
That's acceptable. I'll fight for you.
I'm glad you saw reason.
Offer one hand, but arm the other. Wise shepherd. If I find a clan, if I find what I want, I will be honored to eventually pit them against you.
So, needless to say, I'm actually quite the fan of Steve Bloom. It's worth noting, though, this is not the only type of voice he does. I say that because he keeps falling into this trap when he gets cast of doing just the very deep, gravelly voice that, that we usually tend to hear him do. Whether it's Grunt, whether it's Abathur, whether it's Zoltan Ghoul from Diablo 3, whether it's Oghren from Dragon Age, whether it's the other dwarf in Dragon Age Origins, who is from the Dwarven Noble story, but he's the one you see in Tournament going, Dwarven Crafts, fine Dwarven Crafts. Yeah, that one. So he's, there's also the companion for the Sith Inquisitor, I believe, in Star Wars The Old Republic. He tends to keep getting cast to do these, even though he actually has quite a much larger range when it comes to his voice acting. He's just so well known for this very deep, gravelly voice that it's basically all he ever gets asked to do. Now, don't get me wrong, he does it very well, and plus when you combine him with some of the very talented people that at the time were either with companies like BioWare or Blizzard, then you get some really amazing voices for characters. Like I said, there's Grunt, and then there's Abathur, or Zoltan Ghoul, or the pirate guy from Star Wars. I forget the character's name, but I just remember he was like one of the companions you could be able to recruit. And of course, Oghren, like I said. So, yeah. So, love Steve Bloom. Every time I hear him, I'm like, oh, hey, Steve Bloom, because it's very easy to recognize his voice most of the time.
Shepard.
Anything in your tank imprints that can make use of the resources we found?
Might have something I could put together. Don't know how useful it will be.
A Krogan shotgun.
Shepard.
Anything in your tank
Nothing else I can think of. I'm no tech. Enjoy what you got.
What do you think about the crew?
Good bunch if they stay out of my way. Dead bunch if they don't. Train them good if you want to take on collectors. Some of these aliens are too smooth.
What are your thoughts about our mission?
I fight. Doesn't matter who for.
Did Okeer give you any imprints about the collectors?
I see blurry ships, guesswork about strength. Nothing to help pick a weak spot and tear. Okier spent all his time on old hatreds. Whatever he had, it was used up when he made me.
Man, did you guys see the detail on Grunt's skin there? My goodness. Just the close-up of Grunt there, and I was looking at his skin, I was just like, wow! Look at that extra detail on that.
Just checking in, making sure you're acclimatizing.
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
I don't remember how often I've ever actually used the Claymore myself. I may try it out. You know, being a shotgun user myself. Except I can't. It is only meant for Grunt. There it is. And it's a shame, because I would love to use it myself, but oh well.
Commander, can I help you with something?
I'm more interested in just talking for a bit.
Already? I'm not big on forcing these talks, Shepard.
We'll talk later.
Commander.
I'm sorry, it just makes me chuckle every time I hear her do that. I'm more interested in just
Commander, you've
talking
received
for
a
a
new
bit.
message. I don't know what to feel about Grunt. My psych reports refer Okier. We have no guarantees that Grunt is mentally stable. I get the feeling he just doesn't care about anything, including who lives or dies.
Is there anything I should know?
You have unread messages at your private terminal. Anything else, Commander?
That'll be all.
I'll be here if you need anything.
Shepard, I see you awakened Okier's Krogan. A dangerous decision, but you've got free reign on this operation. If you're certain he'll be a useful member of the team, you've got my support. We need every weapon we can get in this battle. If this Grunt proves unreliable and has to be put down, don't lose the body. He's based at least partially on collector technology, and could offer useful genetic data. But again, you are in charge. Thanks. Let's see what Joker has to say. We'll also go see if Morden has anything new. I don't believe he does, though. Like, almost nobody has anything to say until after the Horizon mission.
You collect stray cats as a kid? Because we really needed a Mega Krogan, so thanks for dragging him home.
I assume everything's going well up here?
Shh.
Joker?
I can tell when it's listening.
I am always listening, Mr. Moreau.
I know.
What do you think about the people we're picking up?
Well, about the ones you went out with last. Well, it seems like Garrus has finally worked that stick out of his butt, but now he's trying to beat guys to death with it. I can't believe I like the old Garrus better. No surprise, Morden acts superior to everyone, like he's got tenure at FU. It's just my opinion, though. There's really no need to go spreading it around.
That's it for now.
See ya, Commander.
By the way, if you just stand there, he starts making comments about you being behind him. Like, hey Shepard, can I get a mirror? You know, so I can see the people who are standing behind me watching me. Or, Shepard, can you take a holo? It'll last longer.
Shepard, how can I help?
Have you got a minute to talk?
Perhaps later. Trying to determine how Scale Itch got onto Normandy. Sexually transmitted disease only carried by Varen. Implications unpleasant. Anything else?
Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, that's one of those that just makes you kind of cringe. And, well, let's just say almost everybody has a very clear suspect as to who it is. Probably Kelly.
I'll let you work.
We'll be here if you need me.
But, yeah. I'd rather not think about that too much, because, ugh, that is gross. Okay, so we have one dossier left. I also got a couple more points. Not really a big deal.
Still,
yes, I know.
The
okay.
M9.
So, the last one we have, ignore this, yeah, I always ignore that, is the convict named Jack. Jack is rumored to be the most powerful human biotic ever encountered. Very little additional data regarding Jack is available, except that the subject has a history of violence and should be approached carefully. Currently, Jack is being held on the Turian prison ship Purgatory. Cerberus has negotiated for the prisoner's release. By the way, in case you were curious what this said about Okeer... Never mind, it stopped, because we already did it. Alright. Anyways, we will be heading to go acquire Jack when we return. Stay tuned.